Hi, welcome back to Kissimmee Life. I want to go in here into this spot, and I want you to meet Diana Morero Pinto. She's the Executive Director of Kissimmee Main Street. She's a good friend of mine, and I want her to talk to us today about a little bit about the history of Kissimmee, what goes on in Kissimmee and things like that. So follow me inside and let's go meet Diana. Diana, how are you?
Hi, welcome to Main Street.
What's happening? Nice to see you.
You too.
So I wanted to come by. I wanted to just ask you some questions about Kissimmee, history of Kissimmee and things like that, and so we can expose our viewers to what's happening in downtown Kissimmee, what Kissimmee Life is all about.
All right, so take a seat, let's go.
Awesome. This is a very cool motif you got going on here.
Yes, Cowtown.
Cowtown.
Cowtown. You can't have Cowtown without cows.
There you go. So, first of all, Diana, why were you here? What brought you to Kissimmee?
So my personal history and what brought me to Kissimmee is my father, who was aging, wanted to be somewhere warm and away from the cold of Ohio. So I had a conversation with my husband. Of course, we prayed, and this is where we were led to go. So that's how we ended up here in Kissimmee. We had lived here probably about 10 years prior to that and just loved it, but had to leave because of my mother's medical condition. So we always wanted to come back, but I was never in this downtown corridor. I was more on the outskirts. So actually, that's what brought us here.
All right. Tell me a little bit about what Kissimmee Main Street is all about, what you do, and what your goals are.
Sure. So Kissimmee Main Street abides under the National Main Street, which is 4 points that we all follow as Main Streets. So one of those is the organization itself, getting involved in the community, working with nonprofits and social services to combine that with the economics of the downtown, so that we have a combined community of everything. We have the community members themselves, we have our key stakeholders, we have the businesses, and then of course we have the services that are in the community combined together into the downtown, which is the heartbeat of a downtown. So that's the organization piece. We also do a lot of community involvement. We get the merchants involved in community, and things as simple as just today, you missed it, but earlier today we were doing our downtown cleanup, where the merchants come from out of their businesses and actually walk up and down the downtown and pick up garbage. So there's a very large sense of community here, and we try to keep that alive. The other part of what we do is promotions, the events that we host downtown, the specials that we share, sitting with the merchants one-on-one and talking about what it is, how they want to brand themselves and how we can be of assistance to that. The economic vitality piece, which is a third of the 4, has to do with supporting new businesses, that entrepreneurial spirit, somebody who wants to come and open a business, and how we can show that hard sale. And as a realtor, you know this. Absolutely. These are the buildings, this is the structure, this is what it can house, this is the permitting, providing that kind of assistance. But then the soft sale, letting them know that there's a sense of mentorship here, there's a sense of community here, there's a sense of belonging here. And then last but not least of the 3 is the history itself of Kissimmee, which kind of feeds to what you see here. Absolutely. Keeping that history alive and telling them, why do we call Kissimmee Cowtown? What is a cracker? Those kind of things that we don't want to lose, that keep our identity, and then continue to share it. So it's interesting because when I talk, a lot of people say, oh my gosh, you must have lived here forever. Yeah. I've been here less than 5 years. Oh, wow. But I love this community, and I truly do believe in keeping that which makes us so unique, which is that Cowtown vibe. That's cool. Now let me ask you a question. The correct pronunciation of Kissimmee is Kissimmee. It's Kissimmee, not Kissimmee. Kissimmee. Okay. And why Cowtown? What made it a Cowtown? So back many years ago, prior to it becoming this vibrant downtown that you see in all these businesses, it was actually dirt roads. Yeah. And those dirt roads were utilized by cattle. We used to be one of the largest cattle producers in the United States. After the steamboats, when we still had steamboats, but we weren't such a big draw, what happened was the cattle would come down right downtown town to the lakefront, where they would be placed on boats and then sent throughout the United States. Oh, wow. So that we became known as cows and cattle, which made us Cowtown. Interesting fact is that every year we still do a cattle drive down to downtown. So if you have time in March, come on down. We should be having it. That's amazing. So I would like to take a stroll downtown, if it's all possible, and maybe meet some of these people, maybe see some of the businesses and stuff like that. Are you up to it? Sure, I'd love to show you our downtown. Take a walk.